Miami 45-13. Let's go to Blacksburg, lay shit down, and let James Franklin know that he got a hell of a lot of work to do because this is the U, and we are not playing with y'all. We are not playing, bro. This the U. Defense. Bro, let's continue to make it do what it do back. This is your chance to get your 300-yard game, bro. Their defense is cheeks. Go get your 300. Get Mally $150. All right? Let's go get Mally $150. You throw for 300, and let's put all of the backups in by the top of the fourth quarter. Go ahead and have 42 points or something before the fourth, and go ahead and put all the backups in and let it ride out. Let's have another game where we stomp somebody out just like we did NC State. Let's go, man. The same way we smacked Stanford. It's time. Let's go.
By any means necessary. To our last breath, to the last play, we hunt. When we bleed, it's orange and green. War ready is the phrase often used. Around these parts, it's game time. No need to turn back the hands of time. We back like we never left. One thing that'll never change is the brand, the U.
Welcome back to the Games Get Played Network. I'm your host, Wise, and I'm back. We are here to do this Miami versus Virginia Tech preview. It's that time, man. We had the last two games of the season. The Miami Hurricanes come in 8-2. Virginia Tech is 3-7, and they play this Saturday in Blacksburg. Kickoff is at noon. Speaking of the kickoff being at noon, should be roughly around 60 degrees, 62. So nothing too crazy. I'm sure some of our guys may be a little colder at first, but that's not super crazy temperature. So just get out there early, do some moving around, and they'll be fine. So, just out the gate, man, everybody remember what happened last year when we played Virginia Tech. I do understand that these are not the same two teams, but the same way Louisville held on to what happened to them when we played them last year, stuff like that. Virginia Tech, as bad as a year as they're having, they will be, they looking for anything to grasp on. Between that, the fact that the hiring of their new coach, James Franklin, has just been announced over the past couple of days. So it's definitely some energy pumping into the program. And I'm just here to say that Miami is here to shut all of that shit down. I don't care about your new energy, bro. I don't care that you thought you should have won last year. I don't care that you think you have a chance. Miami needs to come in this game and dominate. The same way they dominated NC State at home. I get we're on the road, but I like it. It's an early game. We get to go ahead and play, get it out the way, and watch the rest of the chips fall as they may. So Lane Stadium, y'all buckle up, get ready, because Miami coming in, and we coming to make a statement. That's all I got to say. If you here to get some stats and, some insight on Virginia Tech, we're going to keep it sweet and brief this week. So everybody knows who Virginia Tech's quarterback is, right? We all know Kyron Drones, Cam Ward cousin, all of that good stuff, right? Drones. On the year, Kyron Drones, 162 of 278 for 1,717 yards, 16 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He is completing 58% of his passes. Pretty much over the course of his career, the guy is a 58 to 60% passer. So he not going to do anything crazy against you. He is very streaky, I will say. So, he'll throw 5 bad ones or 4 bad ones and 1 solid one, and then he'll throw 5 good ones in a row. But the inconsistency has been there throughout his career. He is who he is. Um, he definitely can make plays with his legs. 578 rushing yards, and he has 9 touchdowns, 9 rushing touchdowns on the year. So overall, he got 25 touchdowns on the season. He's obviously the focal point of, everything they're doing on offense. Their leading running back, Marcellus Hawkins, 677 yards on the year. I will say he averages 6.2 per carry. He don't get in the end zone often. He only got 1 touchdown, but that's mainly because when they get down there, drones be finishing off a lot of their drives when they get into the red zone. Um, Tight end wise, nobody to really note. But if I had to note, Hairston, he has 3 touchdowns on the year, 99 total yards. Their best 2 receivers, Aiden Green and Donovan Green. Aiden Green last year, I believe he caught a touchdown against Miami, but 421 yards. He does average 16 yards per catch. And then their next best receiver is Donovan Green. He played at Wake Forest last year. Big wide receiver, averaging 17 yards a catch, man. He can make plays. I'm pretty sure you probably see Damari Brown on him since he's the bigger guy, just to kind of go ahead and neutralize that through and through. And then their other running back, Stewart, he's also averaging 6 yards per carry. So I'll say this overall, their run game, when they handing their running backs off the ball, bro, they getting 6 a pop. There's no other way to put that or whatever. I'm not really concerned about it, but they do rush the ball for 188 yards per game. They only pass it for 171. So that'll tell you what's going on, right? So they going to run the ball like 40 times. They may pass it around 28 to 30 times. That's pretty much it. Scoring wise, man, 23 points a game, bro. 101 out of 136 in the country. This is one of the worst scoring teams in the nation. Defensively, they're giving up 30 points a game. One of the worst defensive teams in the nation in points per game. You can get whatever you want against these guys. Kyron Drones been sacked 21 times on the year, so he's getting sacked a little over 2 times a game. Some of the, like, he had 3 games where he got sacked 3 times. One game he got sacked 4 times. And some of these O-lines, some of the D-lines he playing, they not Miami, bro. Miami's going to be the best team that they've seen all year. Miami's about to have the best D-line they've seen all year. And I expect Miami to handle business against Virginia Tech. Keep it business as usual, man. We got the CFP potentially on the line for Miami, so we got to win out. That's it. All we got to do is win out. As far as them on defense to highlight players, and they was like, man, don't do it. Their leading tackler is Caleb Spencer. For all of the Canes fans that's familiar, he started his career out here at Miami. He transferred to Virginia Tech, after that season. He did pick Cam Ward off, if I'm not mistaken, when we played him last year. But Caleb's their leading tackler with 54 tackles on the year, half a sack. I'm only bringing him up because he's their leading tackler and he used to play for Miami. Overall, this defense really don't have anybody that jumps out at you to say, oh, man, look out for whoever, because they're just not a good defensive team, point blank, period. They're not good on defense. I don't know if I remember a time when Virginia Tech defense was this ass. Like, bro, the games they coming off of, they gave up 34 to Florida State. They gave up 28 to Louisville. They won a double OT game against Cal, 42-34. They gave up 35 to Georgia Tech. They gave up 30 against Wake. Give me 1 second. They gave up 45 against Old Dominion. They gave up 44 against Vanderbilt. So you see what I'm getting at here, bro. Like, they're not a good football team. All right. Go in there, smack shit. Don't play with these boys. As far as Miami, man, y'all already know how Miami coming. You already know. It is what it is, bro. Carson Beck, 2,485 passing yards. Completing what, about 73, 74% of his passes on the season, man. Come on, man. 73% completion rating, 18 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. All right. Beck last 2 games, he been on a heater. Okay, over 500 yards, 4 TDs, no picks, completing about 80% of his passes. Beck has been on a heater his last 2 games. Running wise, man, I expect Pringle to get the majority of the reps. I won't even say majority. He gonna get a great amount of touches. I think he continues. I think he continues to show what he's been showing, the great burst that he has. He clearly has the best vision so far that we've seen on the team. He has good patience. He knows when to go. For him to be that young and have a great feel for the game like that, to me, that's a great thing for us. Not all young guys are able to get in there, and have that certain feel. And it definitely helps us for sure. So that's that there with the run game. Marty Brown, I expect for him to get in and be effective. I don't think we see Jordan Lyle unless we have to. I wouldn't even be surprised if he don't make the trip. If he do make it, don't expect to see him in. He was suited up last week. Don't think he received a snap. But when they cleared the bench, Humphrey got in, so don't expect to see him get no carries, man. At this point, I'm really expecting that note and for him to go ahead and hit the portal. And we kind of discussed this in the last episode, but you snapping on Fletcher, you snapping on Merritt and all of that, doing too much. So, all of the diva stuff that you did before the season, bro, is catching up with you now, and you done lost reps and done lost the spot. If you're going to keep your head in the game and help the team, I'm all for it. But if you can't do that, then deuces to Jordan Lyle. Straight like that. As far as the receiving game, Malachi with 698 receiving yards on the year. I believe he is 236, about 237 away from the record. We got 3 games left, so he pretty much need to do 75 to 80 yards per game. We got at least 3 games left. Let me correct myself. At least 3. So it would be great if we could see him have a big game, get 100 plus, maybe even 150, just to make it a little lighter to get that record. I know Miami is going to want to help him get the record. So I know we'll be, I expect him to see a good amount of touches. And Virginia Tech can't, they can't stop anything, right? That's flowing water. You giving up 30 a game, I like Miami to get 40 plus easily. We should see another 41 or 42 point game from Miami this week. And that's just what it is. They only score in 23 a game. I don't expect them to do anything crazy, bro. Just go handle business, to be honest, man. I think CJ should be back this week. Mario said he was good enough to go last week. He did warm up, if I'm not mistaken, had his uni on and he took it off. And, Mario them said they felt good about Upshaw and Trader and, and Moore doing what they needed to do. So they didn't rush CJ back. So he might play this week. If he does, I expect for Beck to continue what he's been doing. Like, I know Beck received a lot of hate this year. I've been on Beck for how he's played in a couple of the games. The last 2 weeks, the man been laser focused. And, there's really nothing negative that I have to say right now, man. Just go ahead and handle your business and we'll be good, man. It's real simple. Just do what you need to do, Beck. Keep doing what you've been doing, right? Keep making the right play. I didn't see him force anything last week. All right. I didn't see him force anything, and he had some great throws, and he had some the week before. This is the time to build on it, Beck. And if we being real, my dog Barry done already said it. Boy, if you want to go to the next level, this is it. Because if you don't cash in right now at the end of the season with all eyes on Miami, and when we get in the playoffs, when we win out, if you don't do it then, boy, it's going to be real rough for you overall because you done killed your draft stock again. You had it up there first 4 or 5 games. You done killed your draft stock again. So you need to tighten up, bro. Tighten up. Keep it good, man. Just trust what you're doing. Just trust it. I expect to see a lot of Malachi receiving, wildcat stuff. We doing it all, man. Dawson been in his bag. I expect him to stay in his bag. Um, and I expect this to be an easy game. I don't expect them to lay down, but I do expect us to beat Virginia Tech by 4 touchdowns. At least 4 touchdowns. All right. So I'm expecting to win this game by, or let me say 4 scores. So I'm expecting to win this game by 25 or more. All right. 25 or more is what I'm expecting as far as winning this game. And this should be light work, bro. This should be real light work. The games do have to be played. Y'all know that I'm a proponent of making sure that everybody understands the games do have to be played. Last week, I just watched Boston College in a dogfight with Georgia Tech, and they were 1-9. Okay. Boston College had them down by 2 scores later on in that game, and Georgia Tech found a way to pull it out and win. So the games do have to be played. So Miami can't go in here expecting that Virginia Tech is going to lay down. They can expect to win, but they got to go in there. We got to punch them in their fucking mouth. And after we punch them in their mouth again and again and again and again, then they'll quit. By the second part of the middle third, I expect this game to clearly be over. All right. Miami is averaging 34 points a game. I expect us to get 40 plus tomorrow. The defense is only giving up 14 per game. That's good for 7th in the nation in scoring defense. I don't expect them to get more than we're giving up on the season. And that's being generous. I don't see us giving up more than that. All right. We doing what we got to do. We clamping up. We locking down, man. And the defense, keep doing what y'all doing, bro. Defense been playing out of their mind. Shout out Mesidor, man. He been playing out of his mind for real. Just a great year overall, man. Great year. Scott is obviously out, so we're gonna see more Fitzgerald. You'll see Day get some snaps in there. We just moved a lot around with it. Lucas ended up playing some of that nickel last week. I think he was the one that came on that cat blitz. But nah, man, I expect a lot. You know, Jacoby Thomas overall, man, he has 3 sacks, 4 interceptions, 4 pass deflections, and 2 forced fumbles on the year. I mean, he's just been making play after play. Like I said, Mesidor been doing his thing, 6 sacks on the year, 10.5 tackles for loss. I expect him and Bain and Blunt to get off. Man, it's just a lot. Lightfoot, everybody in there, man. Moten. I don't know if Blay is going to play again, but, you know, a lot of plays to be made by that defensive line, man. I expect Poyser and everybody on the back end to play good, man. Damari is clamped, so I want to see him on Donovan Green. You can put O'Connor on Aiden Green, or you could put Lucas on him, you know, just switch it up or whatever. But I do want to make sure that Damari stay on Donovan because I don't want him to potentially get going at all with his 17 yards to catch that be going on and stuff like that. Like I would like for it to be okay. Boom, we got them handled, we got them locked up. No big plays and stuff like that, and just contain drones, bro. At the end of the day, contain drones. So the safeties and the linebackers, y'all gotta have a day. Y'all gotta have a day, bro. Y'all really do. Y'all gotta have a day. Bang. We gotta stay in our lane and stay disciplined. Mezzy, everybody, just stay in your lanes, bro. We know Drones is a big threat with his legs. He can make a lot of plays that way. Let's not give it to him easy. And when he do take off and he don't slide, take his head off. Off with his head, Torre. Somebody, Wesley, Popo, Chase Smith, don't matter. Take his head off. He want to run and he don't slide, pop him. Make him pay. Jacoby, make him pay. We ain't playing no games this Saturday, bro. Let's go in here, get this done, and go home. Dawson, stay in that bag. I told him you was gonna be in the big bag. He was in a LV bag last week. The best bag Dawson done showed. Let's go, Heatherman. I already know what you about. I already know what you about, bro. It's time. The defense is snapping. The defense has been snapping. You hear me? This is championship level defense, guys. This is what championship level defense looks like. Now we got to keep getting a good play on the offense to support it. But this is championship level defense. I can't remember the last time we were top 10 in scoring defense this late. Only giving up 14 a game throughout 10 games? That's crazy. And we only had one quote-unquote true cupcake in the whole thing. 14 a game. Nah, man. Them boys snapping. Keep sliding on these boys. 21 sacks they gave up. I like us for at least 4 sacks, man. At least 4. We probably get 5 or more, but at least 4. We definitely tying for the most sacks they gave up all season. Virginia Tech will turn that ball over, and we gonna be there to capitalize when them turnovers happen, man. Mario, everything is on the line, bro. So we gonna go ahead and we gonna get ready to transition into this thing. But I got Miami 45-13. 45-13. They beat Virginia Tech in dominating fashion, and we on to the next. 45-13, man. And that's just how I see the game. We good. If there's any Canes fans that's going to be at the game in Blacksburg, man, shout out to y'all, man. Go in there. Take over their stadium if need be. You already know the Canes be traveling deep. And I don't even know if y'all peeped for this video in particular. I went and grabbed the old hoodie. This is from years ago when I first was recording some of these videos, because I wanted y'all to know that it is time. It's time to stop playing and turn up. These the last 2 games of the season, and the CFP is on the line. Now, if y'all didn't tune in, I'm going to fill y'all in. Everybody interpreted this in their own way, and I don't know how all of this got misconstrued. Miami is currently ranked number 13. Notre Dame is currently ranked number 9. When Reese asked him specifically about Miami and Notre Dame, he initially said they are where they are because of who they lost to. With Notre Dame's loss being against Miami and their other loss being against the number 3 team in the country, which is Texas A&M. Miami's loss is against Louisville and then SMU. Not only is it against Louisville and SMU, the next thing about that is, outside of neither one of them being currently ranked, if I'm not mistaken, the biggest thing is there were 2 losses in the last 3 weeks above the midpoint of the season. Notre Dame lost 2 back-to-back out the gate. And I'm not making no excuses for Notre Dame because y'all know I don't rock with them. I'm only bringing this up because what he said next mattered most. He said that when it was evaluation time, Miami and Notre Dame had not been in the same pool of teams because the week Miami lost against SMU, that was the first time the CFP came out. So they felt like Notre Dame was wherever they needed to be. I'm saying this because Notre Dame beat a ranked Pitt team on the road this week, and they went nowhere in the rankings. They stayed at 9. A lot of people feel like Notre Dame's ceiling is 9. The only way for Notre Dame to move up right now is if there's an upset. Because when Oklahoma beat Bama, you may consider that an upset. I expected Bama to win, but I mean a real upset. Either a unranked team beating a top 10 team or a team that may be 25th or something or far down in the rankings beating a top 10 team. That's how Notre Dame's going to move up. Outside of that, they don't have the resume to keep climbing. With that being said, there is multiple games this week that could be in favor of Miami. Once we win, there's plenty of games that could go this way, that could help Miami. The one thing I want to point out is the gap will be closed over the next 2 weeks. If we win out, we will end up at number 11, worst case scenario. Once we're at 11, we will then be right there by Notre Dame. And if we do not make it into the ACC championship game through the 3-way tie and all of that, we'll probably be 11 and Notre Dame will be 9. If we're number 10, we will be fine with being in, because if we're 10 and Notre Dame's 9 or whatever, then we are flipping. If we're both 10-2 and Miami finishes strong, Miami will finish in front of Notre Dame, because he said they were not in the league. They were not in the same pool of teams yet. Once they're in the same pool of teams, the head-to-head win will matter significantly between who is ranked where. So once we close that gap and make it to 11, it'll flip and we will be number 10 or number 9 or wherever Notre Dame is. If they number 8, Miami's going to flip and end up being 7. Win and you will get in. That's what I heard. Now, some Cane fans want the ACC championship game. Me personally, I would be fine with the sliding in route without the game, right? That's me personally. I know why people want to go play it, but my only thing with playing that game is no matter who we play, they will be inferior competition to Miami. And if Miami were to slip up and lose that game, I do not think the committee would put Miami in. That's just my personal take. I know last year, the winner and loser of the ACC got in. I don't really think that's the feeling this year. It was 2 weeks ago, we was just talking about potentially the ACC being left out altogether because of how it could have shook down with Duke if they could have potentially won the ACC. So for me, just get in. But Miami just finished the season strong, bro. One game at a time. Now, if y'all want to discuss this whole tiebreaker thing, then in a nutshell, if Pitt beat Georgia Tech this weekend, and it ends up shaking out how it is, and it's 3 or more teams that got 2 losses in the ACC. All of them didn't play head-to-head. Then it's going to move on to common opponents. The record between common opponents that we've played. And then it can go on and on. So if there is a 3-way tie, because they got rid of the conferences, and some people don't seem to understand this. They got rid of the Atlantic and the Coastal. They got rid of East and West and the SEC. Same thing in the other one. So it's just straight up and down. So now there's rules with these tiebreakers. So if Virginia wins against Virginia Tech last game of the season, they're in. They've stamped their ticket. If they lose and there's a bunch of teams that are sitting there with 2 losses, then you go through that whole game again, right? So we'll see how it shakes out, man. Let's let this week play out first, and then we'll probably run the whole scenario next week, right? We'll run through the whole thing. That way people will know exactly where we stand before we play the game. but this game has to be played. And Miami has to line it up between the lines, and they have to go get what's theirs against Virginia Tech. No reason to play no games. No reason to be cardiac canes. No games need to be played, man. Go out here. They giving up 30. We should be able to get a 50 ball on these boys, man. Let's go handle business, man. Handle business, stay healthy, pack it up. We can go ahead and head back home. And while y'all doing that, we're going to be watching everybody else sweat bullets for the rest of the week. Canes fans, I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you loving the content that you're seeing, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn the notification on, hit the like button, get in the comments, man. Let's keep the conversations going throughout the week. This past week, we actually did a live call that we recorded regarding the CFP, right? The CFP rankings when they release. So with the expectation that Miami will handle business, we expected to do it again on Tuesday. So if you would like to hop on the call, we did it via StreamYard. The link got sent out to everybody. We put the show on together and we watched it together as the reveal came in. So we'll be planning on doing that again next week. Go Canes.
We got to go between the hedges.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna even lie to you.
We
If
losing,
I
bro. That's
play
Purdy,
12,
bro.
Miami, I don't feel like Miami can be 12, bro. We can't be behind Notre Dame when it's all said and done.
We
Bro,
can,
I
because
know what you
Buddy
said. I
said
know
the
what you
head to
saying.
head
I know
gonna
what you
have to
said.
come into play.
And no, but this is what I'm saying. I'm thinking this is what I'm saying.
12 is
I
gonna be
heard
the
But
key
I
Notre
heard
five.
Dame
I
record.
heard I heard what he's saying. What I'm saying, I'm thinking it's only gonna come into play if they gotta battle out to see who's in and who's out. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying by what he's saying is that's the only way it can happen. But if nothing happens from here on out, both of them are in regardless because Notre Dame is where they at, and Miami already beat Notre Dame, which why he said it will weigh significantly why we can't leave Miami out if we gonna put Notre Dame in at 9, no matter what the power ranking is. That's what I got from that. So no matter if Notre Dame is in, we gotta put Miami in because we gotta weigh that head to head on our head consciously.
I
That's
ain't
what I
hear
got
that.
from that.
I heard that, but I also heard since they're weighing it directly, there's no way the team that lost to the other team's going to be in front if they're close enough. If they're not close enough, that's different. But because that's like
But
saying
but
you
why?
wouldn't rank Alabama, you wouldn't rank
But
Georgia ahead
but
of
wise
Alabama.
and but this is why I say I don't think like that because if they was thinking in that light, we've been close enough. We've been the
Uh,
same record all year. Why would they
uh,
be 6 spots ahead of us, bruh?
bruh,
I understand what you
Because
wise.
we
I understand what you're saying,
because
but
of
think
when
about
you
what you just
lost,
said.
bro. You lost the week the
yeah,
CFP came out.
we
Yeah,
You ain't
lost
I'm
lost
two
week
listen.
games
I'm
in
not listen.
3 weeks.
I'm not saying that, but also we weigh in the loss of who we lost to when Notre Dame hasn't beaten nobody to lose to.
But you're looking at Notre Dame lost to a top 10 and a top 15 team. They won 8 weeks in a
Bro,
row,
I'm looking at
7
that,
weeks
and
in a row.
also that we won the head to head. Don't forget
Yeah,
about that
but
Week
important part.
one
when
though.
when you loses also matters, bro. That's
No,
why
I
we didn't make
listen.
it last year.
Hey,
That's
Wise.
literally why we didn't get in last year.
Wise, I really understand what you're saying, bro. And we lost in the middle compared to the end. It's a big difference. It's a way big difference. And also, like I said, I'm not even mad about Notre Dame being in front of us. But like I said, for them to say that, bro, it's no way you think Notre Dame should be 6 spots ahead of us, no matter when the CFP came out, bro. No matter we just lost, like, bro, we beat them. So if you saying it weighs on us significantly, why do we gotta wait on the end of the year for you to think about that? Think about you saying what you just said. He said he want to assess it and wait to the end of the year and assess everything, and then we're gonna go and assess that. Nigga, you can
No,
assess that
no,
right now.
bro. Like part of this, and they said this when the first one came out. Miami is ranked around here because their offense has been inconsistent. So no matter what you want to talk about, who people beat or not, you run off 8 wins in a row, bruh. You win 8 wins in a row, and the team that you beat lost 2 times in was that 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
2 times in three. Be for real, bruh. Two
Like
times
that.
in 3 weeks, bruh. If we had just beat SMU, you know we would have been in the top 10 when the first rankings came out. Instead, we was 18th because we was coming off a loss in Dallas. We would have been in the top 10, and they probably would have, not even probably, for sure, we would have been ahead of Notre Dame in the first CFP rankings because we would have had the head-to-head win, and we would have only had one loss. But what Miami do? Go blow the church's money and lose against SMU.
But you're not listening, bro. From what I'm trying to tell you is, if they saying what they're saying, head to head matters significantly. That doesn't matter. It's the same ranking. It's the same. It's just the same thing with Oklahoma, Alabama. They have the same ranking. Who beat who? What? Who beat who? No matter when it happened, who beat who? So what you say? What's the wait? But what's the?
Hey, why? Is it a way before they showed this show, they put the rules up?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a way that you can put that back up, or is it a way you can rewind it or put it back up?
Because
Them niggas
this is
got
what.
rules for that shit.
Yeah.
It's a certain
they
layout. I'll put it.
they
So
do a layout
so
of
this.
their decisions.
So Jay, this is
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm saying. What we screaming right now, Oklahoma should be over Alabama because they just beat them, right? That's the
Right.
same thing I'm saying, bro. If you have the same record and you in the same ballpark and you got a
Bro, they
head to
just
head, that
beat
has to
them.
count for something, no
They
matter
just
when
beat
it
them.
happens.
They just
No.
that's because they just beat them.
Yeah, we beat Notre Dame week
Just beat
1.
them.
We
Bruh,
beat
I'm
them
talking
week 1.
about,
I'm not saying it don't
I'm
matter
talking about 6 spots in front of us, bruh. Y'all making it seem like they right.
because
You lost 2 times in 3 weeks,
they
bro.
ran
What do
off
you
8
want?
straight wins. We lost 2 games in 3
3
weeks.
weeks, dog.
Like more recently than week 1.
Like,
And that
Like
go back
Bruh,
to
what do you want?
that go back to what
listen,
Buddy had said. He
but
said
what I
Miami
also
need to be consistent. At that time,
But I
we wasn't.
also said, bro, they play nothing but trash can
That
dance, bro.
doesn't matter, bro. That
It
does
What?
don't
That,
not
matter,
matter.
bro.
how does
More than that,
competition don't
who
matter?
Miami beat besides
All right,
Notre
put.
Dame?
Oh,
Let him.
bro,
All right. Prime example.
better niggas than
You
Notre
remember
Dame.
earlier?
No,
You remember
tell me
earlier?
Bro,
Y'all
this man
remember earlier when
crazy,
I
bro.
asked you?
He be
But
better
time
niggas
out,
than no.
right?
Who the hell Notre
Time
Dame
out.
played, bro? Hold on,
Who the
bro.
hell Utah played? Who the hell BYU played? Who the
who has
fuck
Ohio
Vanderbilt
State
really
played?
played?
Nobody
Who has
played
Ohio
anybody.
State played? But they winning the games that's on their schedule. And
exactly.
we are
No.
not, bro.
But hey,
That
bro,
matter.
hold on. Time out. It's a difference when you say Ohio State. They're undefeated. We're talking about winning a game that's on the schedule. I get that, bro. But we're talking about a team with the same record and you lost a head to head. I'm not talking about a team
And you
against
lost
Ohio State.
2 times in 3 weeks. That matters, bro.
Oh
Fam,
man,
Of the
they
losses.
went into Georgia, beat Georgia. They got
who?
down. Are we talking about Bama? Who we talking about?
You know the
No,
rules.
bro.
You
We
know the
talking about
rules.
Notre Dame.
The first game,
Even Notre Dame, they got hot. They lost their first 2 games in a row, and they on an 8-game win streak.
They
It
got
makes
hot against
sense.
who? Who was their toughest matchup, fam?
USC
USC.
was the toughest team they beat.
USC was the toughest team. Yes.
And
It,
who were the other
bruh,
7?
huh?
Who the other
Shit.
7?
Whoever
Bruh,
was on
tell
their
me the
schedule.
toughest team Miami beat though.
Better
Besides
than
Notre
you
Dame.
better than who they played, bro.
No,
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we could.
you know who we played.
Our
Tell me who
best
we
win
played
is
that's better
Notre
than USC.
Dame.
Tell
Of
me
course.
who we
We
played
bet
that's better than
Notre
USC.
Dame.
Notre Dame. Anybody else that's better than USC?
Nobody else is better than them boys.
Have we played anybody else? Have we played anybody better than Texas A&M?
Hell
Not even
no.
close.
And
Texas
I know they
A&M.
lost the game. I'm just talking like you
Hold on,
talk
hold on,
about
hold on, hold
competition, but
on. You know
Miami
Texas, bro.
wasn't even
Texas
hard.
A&M. Hold on, bro. Y'all boys really don't be watching, bro. You know Texas A&M. They are good, and I understand they are raw. But you know that all they wins is the bottom 6 of the SEC. None of their wins is over good teams, bro.
Bruh, they won
Shit.
their
Well,
game
if
to
they if
toe.
they
I'm
if they
telling, bro.
winning the
I'm telling you, bro.
games,
I'm not
Hey,
saying that they not.
this is
I'm not
part of the
saying that, but
problem,
that
all
for
dog.
that.
all
All,
the
but I'm
teams,
saying,
for
Part of
all
the
the
problem.
teams that's undefeated.
Listen,
I'm
bruh.
saying all that matters, bro. I'm saying all that
Shit,
matters when it comes to
A
all
and
ranking.
M got a road win on the road versus Notre Dame. That shit helped their resume
No.
because
I'm
they
not
Bruh,
talking
already.
about no, but I'm saying that's their best.
bruh,
That's Texas and the best win too. But what
bruh.
I'm saying
It
is
is,
this.
but dog, the problem with Miami fans and fans in general, at the end of the day, Stop making these fucking excuses, dog. Miami is losing they fucking games that's on their schedule, bro. That's
Yeah,
all this
you
comes
can't
down to.
lose to no.
If
You
if
can't lose to no
Miami had
trash
lost,
at Louisville.
if Miami had lost against Notre Dame week 1 and they ran off 9 straight, we would still be ranked in the top 10. But they didn't, fam. They lost 2 games to 2 teams that
That
were
they shouldn't have.
unranked then, and they don't even respect right now.
Yep.
2.
They
Come
already
on,
don't
bro.
respect the conference. You don't help yourself losing to 2 teams. Them
Hey,
beating us
all right.
gave them life.
Hey, bro. So our loss is helping Notre Dame, but our win not helping us. The fuck?
Bruh,
Bro, that bro,
you thinking
bro,
about
hold
the
on, bro.
win and the loss
Hold
helping
on, bro.
who?
Like this
I'm
nigga's
telling you
crazy.
straight up that if Miami had lost to Notre Dame week
This shit
1
is
and they
crazy,
ran
bro.
off 9 in a row,
Hey,
Miami
fam.
would be ranked
Hey,
higher than what
fam.
they are
Hey,
right
fam.
now.
Hey, Wise. For you to say the ridiculousness out your mouth to think that Notre Dame would not be ranked higher than us if they beat us in this same scenario, you're crazy, bro.
I didn't say that Notre Dame
He
wouldn't
didn't
be
say that.
ranked. I said
And
Miami would
that's
be
my
ranked higher than where
but
they
listen to me,
are.
that's my whole point, Wise. If it was Notre Dame, what the situation we was in, we would not be ranked in front of
I
them,
don't know
fam.
why. I don't know why Miami fans do this black and white game.
No,
Notre
I'm
Dame
not.
That's
got
I'm
no
not
not how
saying,
this
pull
works
in
bro.
us,
But
bro.
listen,
at
no,
all.
I'm no. Hold on. Hold on. It's black and white to us, bro. I know how they is in there, but I'm trying to tell him, bro. You trying to go by black, but with us, I'm telling you, it's pure black and white with them. If it was us, it wouldn't go that way. So that's my point to him. Why I'm trying to tell him, he trying to
I'm
say, oh,
just
I'm
not
wrong.
finna
It's just,
compare my
bro.
team
But
that's
Bruh,
hated to
they
the other
lost,
program.
bruh.
We
You
lost,
bro,
lose
what
bro.
I'm
2
trying.
games in 3 weeks. If you
Bruh,
played me head to
listen to
head,
what I just said,
We
bruh.
are listening.
If Notre Dame was in the same situation, lost 2 games recently, but they beat us, they would not have us in front of them in the CFP, fam, in the same record.
Who
You
and
won't
he
did
be
you
just
giving them
told
lose
niggas.
to?
you,
You won't be giving
Okay,
them the
time out,
same
time out.
excuse. It's
Time
not
out,
about
time
being
out,
a
time
fan,
out,
bruh.
time out, time out.
Come on, bruh.
If they beat us and then they had beat A&M, I mean, not yeah, A&M. You really think that you know what I'm
No,
saying?
bruh. Listen to what I just said. You listen, brother. I said
Man,
put
keep saying
I
this. I'm
because
listening
I
to you.
know I said put Notre Dame in our situations. So they're not playing Texas A&M. I'm telling you, think about Notre Dame playing our schedule, bruh. And they run off
Then they're
9.
gonna say, the excuse is gonna be they play anybody, anywhere, and that holds merit than just being to a conference.
But this is my point of why. But
Either way it goes, they're gonna make an excuse when it's not
that
the Miami Hurricane.
That's my hey, thank you, Bar. That's
he
all I
just
was trying to
said
tell Wise
it,
to what he trying to say, what he
bruh.
trying. But
And
that's my
that's
point, bro.
no, that's
If they
literally
wanted to
why I'm
really do,
telling
if they
you,
really
bruh.
wanted to do what they wanted to
Listen,
do,
bruh.
it wouldn't
That's
have, it
why
would have happened already, bro. That's what I'm
That's why
trying to
I'm
say.
telling you. We just said this is not black and white for Miami. So you know how you avoid this? Stop losing your fucking
Stop
games,
losing
bro.
games, yeah.
But I'm not. But listen, we're
It's no
past that,
but.
bro. Ain't nobody
Stop
crying
losing
over
the
spoiled milk.
games.
We're here now, bro. I'm not crying over spoiled milk. We
Stop
here
losing
now,
it. You
bro.
won't be, bro.
It's
If you
not, bro.
need
I'm
me to
not crying
help
over, bro.
every
I'm not
year,
crying over spoiled milk. I'm saying what the facts are, bro. If it was Notre Dame in this situation, and they won a head-to-head against us, and we won 9 straight, and we have the same record, they would not put us in front of Notre Dame. That's all I said, bro.
No, because I mean, nah, we ain't played nobody. They gonna say we really ain't played
I was gonna
nobody.
say
That's
that.
my hey. Hold on. Now you understand what I'm saying. So when I say that about Notre Dame, now you're saying what? It don't matter about it.
No, I didn't.
Up.
For one, I didn't say that too. I said the best win Notre Dame has is against
Bro,
USC.
wise.
That is
When
a
I
fact.
said
Now
wise, when
ask
I say
me
when I wise, when
Rod,
I
come on,
said
stop cutting
opponent,
him off, bro. Let him finish his thought.
you right. All right.
who did Miami play and win against? Because we taken the Notre Dame Miami head to head out of the way. We
Right.
know what happened. Who did Miami play that's better than USC?
Nobody.
USC.
That's it,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Like we ain't
Only
even
thing
played
close
nobody
maybe
better than
Georgia Tech.
SC. If you go look at our schedule right now, Miami shouldn't have 2 losses, and
Bro,
that's part of the problem with me.
USC is pit, bro. Why you niggas acting like USC
I
elite?
think Florida
USC
give
I
is
didn't say
pit,
they
USC a
would
run
bro.
be
for their
weak,
money,
but
wise.
USC is not pit, bro.
Bro, bro.
I
USC is
think
Pitt,
Florida
bro.
would give USC a run for their money. Why? But I get what you're saying. I'm just,
Bro,
I'm
Pitt, bro.
just
That's
calling a
on, bro.
spade a
That
spade.
USC,
We
but
ain't
that
beat
USC,
nobody better than USC.
Bruh,
yeah,
we beat.
yeah.
So our best win on our resume,
Mm-hmm.
our best win is either South Florida or the way we beat Florida State. That is our best win, bro.
NC State too.
I would say NC State.
I
Yeah.
mean,
They
we
gonna
dominated the
say
NC
NC
State
State ain't
game,
shit.
but
Right.
I'm talking about where things keeping it all in perspective. Florida State's riding high, all of that. They supposed to be
They were
good.
ranked at the time.
They
Wasn't they
They
ranked? Or they
had just
had just
lost though
lost.
too.
But
Yeah.
they was
everything that
ranked
was
though.
just going on. But that's part of the problem. If you tell me NC State is your best win, if that's what the argument is, oh, NC State was our best win. Nigga, I'm gonna tell you, you ain't played enough good teams. If you tell me NC State your best win, them niggas 4-6.
And them niggas
That's
had hella
crazy.
injuries.
Or 5-5. That's your best win. That is crazy to say. And that's
Bro,
And
all
then
I'm
what you gonna
hold
saying.
on.
say? You
And we
gonna
also hold
Stanford
on.
not a
That's crazy.
quality
Hey, bro,
win?
that's crazy to say. And I literally just said, bro,
Not playing
everybody,
Georgia Tech this year hurt.
everybody Notre Dame has beat besides USC every game. You know what their record is? Who they played? The 7
That
games that you talking about they went on the run? 10-47. That's them teams' record, bro. Who they beat, bro? 10-47, fam.
Them boys do the same shit
Man,
every
get
year,
out of
Rod,
here,
bro.
bro. Like, stop
bruh,
And
it,
they
bro.
always
Bro,
and they
you
always
care about 8
overrank
weeks
them.
versus 10
I'm
versus 10 and 47,
I'm
bro?
I'm
That's
and
a
They
I
get
get
factor.
it.
over they
Man,
get
get
they
Listen,
get
out of here.
overranked
You got
every
it.
year.
But
listen.
you got
I
it,
get
bro.
I
That's
get
just
what you're
crazy,
saying,
bro.
but this is the crazy thing about all of this, right? And I kid you not, this is no bullshit. You know, Miami has beat one winning team since week 1.
Damn, bro,
One
that's
team
sad.
that is a winning team since
If
week
they
1.
shit 10-47, our shit gotta be like
No,
3-96.
it's
No, I
no
shit bet.
ours is like
No, I shit bet.
20 25 or
I shit
something.
better than theirs.
But
But that's
that's
what I'm trying to tell them. I
no.
shit
So
better than theirs.
ours is better than theirs overall for win losses. But the reason why I brought this up, Miami beat Bethune. Miami beat South Florida. South Florida is the best win we've had since week 1 for somebody record wise, and they not even P4. They beat Florida. Florida's ass. They beat Florida State. Florida State's ass. They beat Stanford. Stanford is ass. They beat Syracuse. Syracuse's ass. They beat NC State. NC State can score. So, and they 5-5.
Right.
Come on, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about the whole head to head, but I'm not finna sit up here and act like Miami should not have, bro. Miami shouldn't have 2 losses right now. Point blank,
We should
period.
be undefeated. Facts.
Miami, at worst case, I had us being 11-1 this year because I knew that we was gonna slip up. In the 2 games that I had circled was SMU and Louisville, and I thought that it would be one or the other. Not in a million years did I ever think that they was gonna drop both of them games. That's crazy. Because
Yeah.
when you look at it, them the 2 best ACC teams you done played all year.
Right.
A 7-3 and a 7-3 or whatever, and you lost against both of them. Yeah, it was nail biters and all of that or whatever. You should have never lost. Till next time, signing off. Go Canes.